awesome new Java experience in VSCode, Azure Spring Cloud Updates, app gateways integration with AKS, and much more. This is the M&AN Show. Hello everyone, and welcome along to a new episode of the M&AN Show, where we talk about the weekly news on Microsoft and Azure. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Click on the subscribe button below right now and turn on the notifications so you will not miss any new video. This week we had a lot of small news and some very big ones, so of course I had to concentrate on the big ones just for you. Let's start. We have the new .NETCore June update, which contains reliability and security fixes, so I highly encourage you to install it if you're using .NETCore. This update addresses vulnerabilities in both .NET Core 2 and .NET Core 3, and as usual, all the Docker images for .NET Core, ASP.NET Core, etc. have already been updated to the latest updates. The biggest issue this update fixes is a DOS, denial of service, which may happen when .NET Core 2.1 or .NET Core 3.1 mishandles some web requests. So a remote attacker can actually exploit this by crafting some specific requests to .NET Core. This update addresses this vulnerability by correcting the way .NET Core handles these specific web requests, so I really encourage you again to install this if you're using .NET Core. The next news is about AKS, or Azure Kubernetes Service. As you may know, AKS and Kubernetes in general can use some different kind of ingress controller to filter, control, and manage the incoming traffic, especially if it's traffic from outside of the cluster. Now, finally, with this update, it's possible to use Azure Application Gateway as ingress controller for Kubernetes. With this new feature, which is currently in preview, you can either create a new application gateway for your AKS cluster, or you can even use an existing gateway and attach that to your cluster. And of course, you can use all the normal Kubernetes APIs for ingress controllers to manage and utilize the gateway. And the best part is that by using application gateways as ingress controllers, you don't have to manage anything like you would do for normal Nginx or other ingress controllers, because application gateways is a fully managed service relying on the Azure platform. This has been in the making for a while, and finally now it's been added to the many advantages of using AKS over a plain Kubernetes cluster. So if you want, go and check that out, it's really cool. Next one is the title news, and it's about Java on VSCode. And as you can see, for the occasion, I also have my Java on Azure t-shirt. So Java is one of the most important languages for VSCode and one of the most utilized. And with these new updates, Microsoft has added to VSCode a lot of new capabilities and features which make the overall Java on VS Code experience for developers better than ever. There are so many new features and improvements in this update that I literally cannot go through all of them right now. But if you're interested in that, I encourage you to check the link in the video description below that links you to the news. The majority of the relevant updates are actually included in the Java extension pack, which is an extension for VS Code that Microsoft offers to all the Java developers. This extension, which at the moment of recording this video has a whopping 4.5 million downloads, contains basically everything you need to have if you want to develop on Java on VS Code. First thing I want to mention about the new improved experience for Java in VS Code is the new option of automatically refactoring packages when renaming folders. Users will be prompted for automatically refactoring, or if they always want to have a preview of this kind of refactoring. Another cool feature is the new Java debugger experience, which now finally allows users to attach the debugger to a process ID, which of course require you to configure it with the Java attached to process option. Other notable improvements include the new command that allow you to create a new Java project already with Maven support, and another one that allow you to import a new module in the current workspace without the need of reloading everything. There has never been a better time for being a Java developer than right now with VS Code. Moving to the next news, but still talking about Java, which somehow appears to be a trendy topic today, we have a lot of new features and updates for Azure Spring Cloud. If you're not familiar with the service, Azure Spring Cloud is a fully managed service that allows Java developers to build and run Spring Boot microservices application on Azure with no code changes. And since it's a first-party service, it's fully integrated with all the other components in Azure, whether it's storage, authentication, and so on and so forth. The new feature in Azure Spring Cloud boosts the productivity, allows more DevOps, and basically makes the platform production ready. The first one I want to focus on is on CI/CD. Until now, in fact, we could do CI/CD for Azure Spring Cloud by using Azure CLI and integrated that in our CI/CD systems, whether you use Azure DevOps, GitHub, or something else. But now we finally have the integration in the pipelines for having CI, especially CD, directly to Azure Spring Cloud. Another pretty exciting news is about the new Azure Monitoring integration. In fact, now you can monitor your Azure Spring Cloud resources directly with Azure Monitor, and this is true for both application monitoring, but also from alerting based on conditions like storage use, application rates, and so on and so forth. Worth mentioning are the new plugin for IntelliJ IDE, the integration with managed entities that simplify the credential management, and the improved real-time log shipping from the service. Once again, there has never been a better time for being a Java developer. Last news for today is a servicing news. In fact, this month, Microsoft is releasing some security fixes for Azure DevOps Server 2019 and Team Foundation Server 2017 and 2018. The two most important fixes are for HTML injection vulnerability and to add the SHA-2 support to the SSH endpoints. Although those fixes are not super critical, meaning that the vulnerability they are going to fix are not considered critical, I highly encourage you to install these patches on your environment. And for precision's sake, these patches are the Azure DevOps Server 2019.1.1 patch 3, Azure DevOps Server 2019.0.1 patch 6, TFS 2018 update 3.2 patch 11, and TFS 2017 update 3.1 patch 11. Alright, that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. And let me know in the comment section below if you want me to take on some particular news on topic in the next episode. Thank you very much for joining me today, and see you soon at CoderDave.